Two parents now in jail after detectives say their 3-month-old child was admitted to the hospital with severe injuries. 27-year-old Jessica McQueen and 25-year-old David Vargas are each charged with inflicting or allowing great bodily injury to a child. North Charleston police say that the child's parents reported that the baby had been with a babysitter the night before being admitted to the hospital on July 8th. They reportedly claimed they brought the child to the hospital after noticing that the infant wasn't able to kick properly. But doctors believe these injuries were inflicted well before the date of admittance. Police are now still working to learn when and how that infant was injured.